All right, now we live. Hold on, let me make this public right quick because I always forget to do it. Let's see. All right, there you go. Okay. It's public, so you can share it if you want to.
Okay.
All right, now, y'all come on in. I see y'all. Come on in. I'm somebody.
All right.
Hey, uh, come on in, y'all. I'm gonna give them about a minute or two.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't wait long.
Yeah.
Hey, to love me, can't let nothing stop me. Uh, hey, hey. What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? What's up, everybody? Come on in. Let me know where y'all at. I'm looking over here at the comments. Hey, hey. Uh. One more minute, we're gonna get started. All right now, how you doing? Shock Rock King Black. All right now, how you doing? Thank you for tuning in tonight. God bless you. I see y'all coming in. All right now. All right. We ain't gonna wait that much longer. How y'all doing? It's that girl Shei Atkins. Welcome to the self-love journey where we learn how to have a healthy relationship with ourselves, where I talk to people from all walks of life, just to help inspire, motivate, and encourage us on the journey, because we all have a story. And stories change lives, help us, they give us the strength to keep going. But you know what? Tonight I have Pastor Lawrence Levy. What's up, Big Drewski? Thank you for tuning in. I have Pastor Lawrence Levi on tonight. Now, he ain't nothing but a fireball. But you know what, Levi, you had me crunk earlier. You might not know why, but I'm gonna let you know why.
Let me know, Shay.
I'm finna let you know why I was crunk earlier.
All right.
Hey, what you know about that?
Not
Hey, uh, hey,
he didn't sign me.
yeah,
And Levi got.
hey,
Let's get this started.
hey. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been scrolling on YouTube earlier. I said, come on now. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready.
All
But
right.
I went on a little prodigal journey in my life, left Facebook and everything, and then I came back. I think it was about a year ago. I might have saw you going live, and you was crying. It's rare that you scrolling and you see a man on live crying. And you had such a heaviness just for the youth, and you were saying these babies gonna die, and your heart was. I don't know if you remember doing that video, but I remember that. And it's very rare that you see our brothers, our people, crying out for the youth and just gun violence and what's going on. And I just been seeing you out there in the streets and going out in the trenches. And I want people to know your story. I want people to know where this fire come from, because you keep my timeline lit. Hey, if you want your timeline to be lit, y'all make sure y'all add him right now. Add him right now, because he stay on fire. What is your story? What is your journey? Where did this fire come from?
Well, to be totally honest, Shay, you know what I'm saying? The reason I'm in the trenches is because I come from the trenches. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fire comes from uh, a place of being pulled out of darkness,
Mm.
and also in the same breath falling in love with life, not only
Okay.
my life, but even the life of others. So when I know that they don't know what life really is, I have
Mhm.
a burn to get that over to them. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Um, I was them. I was, you know, the one that was trying to murder. I was the one that almost got murdered. I was the one uh, beating women, dogging women, calling women bitches and hoes, and I was the one in the clubs every weekend. I was the one on the block. I was,
Mm.
I was the one not caring about life. You know what I'm saying? Suicidal,
Mhm.
not knowing that it was a suicidal mission, but very suicidal. I would even go as far to say I believe that uh, I was in love with the dark side. I was in love with, hell and hell's angels. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Like, yeah, I was in love with it. I had a passion for wrongdoing. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Being deceptive, being deceitful, being evil, plotting. So to go through a metamorphosis, the journey that took me from that place to where I'm at now, you know, it was called prison.
Mm.
Many people, that's a bad thing, but for somebody like me, it was metamorphosis. It was the change. It was where the caterpillar becomes a butterfly.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? And stop eating everything off the dirt. I mean, off the ground, and stop scraping the bottom of the barrel and begin to fly and understand what it is to have life. You know, so
Mhm.
I understand these people. Like I I I, I'm just still learning how to embrace the title of a pastor.
Mhm.
Because I'm okay just being called by my name.
My.
I'm okay just being called Lawrence or just Levi.
So let me ask you this, because I know a lot of people that didn't been locked up and come back and fall back into the trap. But what was it about your situation that created that metamorphosis in you? Because you could have easily came back out
Yeah.
and kept doing what you was doing.
Um, God didn't give me an opportunity to enjoy prison
Mm.
like some people. They get in there, they start doing stuff that, because you got to understand, if you go into prison with a criminal mindset, unless there's an encounter with God Himself, Jesus Christ, the Holy Ghost,
Mhm.
then you just locked up, but you still got a criminal mindset. So
Mm.
that's why you got criminals locked up doing criminal activity while locked up,
Mhm.
because the only thing that has changed is they don't have freedom to do
Mm.
the crimes. So now they're doing the crimes behind bars. You see what I'm
Yeah.
saying? With me, even as a criminal, and even as doing the dirt I was doing, I had a heart, And I know that sounds crazy, but I loved my children. At the time, I had two. I had my son and my daughter, and I'll never forget that I realized and woke up, yo, this ain't jail. This ain't no you can bond out.
Mhm.
It's the real deal, homie. It's prison. This you sit down, you gotta ride this one out. And so on the third day of being in prison, God spoke to me. God told me, you'll never be the same again. Your journey starts now.
Come on now.
Nah, not the third month, not a year into my sentence. The third day. He let me sleep 2 days because I thought I was dreaming.
Mm.
And on the third day, I was so hungry. I woke up. I had to eat because I was full of drugs when I went to court.
Mm.
I felt like I was gonna get arrested and get time. I packed up all of my stuff that night in my baby mama's house, and she started crying. She was like, "Why are you packing stuff like this?" I said, "Because I don't think I'm coming back."
Mm.
And so
Wow.
the reason why I came the reason why I came out and never had to return is because my encounter with him was real on the inside. So it
Mm.
had to follow me on the outside. It wasn't no, as people and as the world would call it, jailhouse religion. I don't like religion. I don't like religious people. I don't
Yeah.
like church people. I don't like fake people. I don't like people dress up for church and swear to God that ain't nothing wrong with them. They ain't got no issue. I don't do that. I don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a real dude with real issues in a real world with a real enemy. And so I deal with real problems, but I have a real relationship with the problem solver.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? I've been broke since I came on. I made a promise to God and said I'll never sell dope again.
Mm.
They interviewed me while I was locked up. Before I came home, they interviewed me because I began changing lives while I was still inside. So they was like,
Come
yo,
on.
who is this dude in the jail that got all of this stuff going on? And nobody don't know this. I can say it now because I'm not locked up, but I acted as my own manager while I was locked up. So I was calling the media and all of them to tell them what was going on in the jails from this little criminal-minded maniac. You know what I'm saying? So they wanted to do stories on me because I acted as my own manager when I would get freedom to make phone calls. I wasn't calling people. I was calling the media because I wanted it documented.
Mm.
Like I got it on YouTube right now of when the news people came interview me when I was locked up. And everything that I said in that interview is what I'm doing now. I say I'm going back into the streets to tell people about the dangers of living wild and living reckless and all of this. And that's what I'm doing right now.
So what happened when you got out? I mean, was there a temptation to go back? Did you try to go back?
I never tried to go back. Um, I was faced with opposition from the religious aristocrats
Mm.
because they felt like I was too hood
Mm.
and they wanted to tone me down. You know, they wanted to change how I dress, change how I talk, change how I act. So I ran into a lot of opposition from church folk.
So you was trying to preach in the church?
No, I wasn't trying to preach in the church. I was trying to get the church to see the vision of the kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Why we all in church? Like, why we ain't out there? Why we ain't loving on these people? See, I fell in love with outcasts in prison. You gotta,
Yeah.
the people I was preaching to was all the criminals, everything that the world threw away. So I had to start from a place of, hey, we ain't picking up no money. We doing this because we love each other. I ain't building no building. I ain't got no church. They ain't calling me pastor in that. This out of the love. So it was gutter.
Wow.
The gospel was given to me. Matter of fact, I was taught how to love people where no women was. I
Mm.
was taught real love around strictly men. Ain't never had a gay bone in my body, never will.
Mm-hmm.
Around men. But God showed me how to love. And it was love that did not constitute sexual gratification or being attracted to what you see. It was love for what I made. But what he made me realize was I didn't love myself when I was out.
Mm.
I didn't love me
How you realize that?
because everything that I was doing goes against the chemistry of self love.
Mm-hmm.
It was self destruction.
Mm.
You know what I'm talking about? I don't care what nobody says. A person that enjoys getting high, that enjoys taking several drugs, whatnot, that's a person that's on a suicide mission.
Mm.
You can't tell me that you want to remain healthy, but you're an addict.
Wow.
You can't tell me that you love being healthy, but you're an alcoholic.
Yeah.
You can't tell me you're against cancer, but you smoke cigarettes all day long. Those don't go together. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
can't tell me that you want to remain healthy and pure and never have a disease, but you love smashing different chicks and different dudes.
Wow.
So at the end of the day, my journey was to destroy myself, but I didn't see it like that because I was blinded.
Mm-hmm.
My journey literally was to devour me and everything that was around me. I had so much money, I was helping other people lose their life and go down the wrong path. I was literally paying for people to go to hell with me.
Mm-mm.
I was paying for people to go to hell with me. I sold
Wow.
drugs to underage kids.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah.
beat I beat women because I was mad at myself.
Mm.
I beat women because I felt like I came from a lot of men who had pride issues, control
Mm.
issues, and the mad demon of womanizing.
Mm.
So you got to understand, I'm not saying that I didn't come from a loving family, because I did.
Mm-hmm.
I also came from some horrific things when I look back on it. Beautiful
Mm-hmm.
family. I love my family. I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Mm-hmm.
It's not what I'm saying. But when I take a closer, deeper look, we have to be honest about our dysfunctions.
Mm-hmm.
So when you begin to look at dysfunction as though it's something healthy, then what happens is the dysfunction becomes stronger. And the reality of what should be functional seems foreign. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
prison, what God did was he hit replay, rewind and replay, and let me go back over everything I was doing. And it broke me. It broke me down.
Really?
Yeah. So when I call a woman a queen, I'm not calling her that to flirt with her.
Yeah.
I'm calling her that for every time I called a woman a bitch or a hoe or a slut.
Mm.
When I encourage a woman and tell her she's beautiful, I'm calling her that for every time I beat a woman.
Mm.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people don't understand, my words are not words to be flattering or to be, trying to flirt with you. That's not what
Mm-hmm.
you got to understand my journey and where I come from and how dark I was.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? You got to
So
understand that I could see you in a dark place and love you clean up out of
come on now.
it.
So do you think you have a ministry geared toward men more than women? Or do you we just don't see, what you do with the women behind the scenes?
Um, I think it's balanced because I've dealt with women for such a long time, and I understand men. I understand the men that don't understand themselves because we fighting, we fighting to identify ourselves.
Mm.
Society gives us names that they want us to be. Society call us what they want us to be, and if we're not careful, we pick it up and we run with what they say. Society and in many instances, community, you know, box us and wall us in and say you can go here, but only this far. So we gotta create our own opportunity and pave our own roads in order to see the greater picture. And that's why many times people say, he a renegade, he ain't gonna listen to nobody. But that's not the truth.
Yeah.
I learn from people, I learn from people. And I just believe that black men have it really hard right now.
Yeah.
We fight against everything, and then we fight. Then we got to fight against what we love the most, and that's the black queen.
Mm-mm-mm.
Because society has retaught the black queen on how to keep her foot on the black king. You want the black king to come with so much just to get an opportunity to love you properly. You want him to come with so much already
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? He has to be perfect and ready made.
Mm-hmm.
Because society tells you you ain't with a successful man if he don't have this, that, the other, whatnot. And if he have to have all of that, then what the hell you gotta have? Because
Mm.
I want more than what's between your legs. See what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So we fight to identify with being worthy enough to even be loved and accepted by the black woman.
Mm-hmm.
In a lot of instances, we are rejected
Mm.
because of what we haven't acquired yet. You know, now don't get me wrong. There is some guys playing a lot of games, and
Mm-hmm.
a lot of games that's been played and being played, this, that, and the other, whatnot. A lot of them don't want to level up. I understand
Yeah.
that. So I understand that queens have been broken and hurt. And, you know, look, my spiritual father is the coolest in the world when it comes to the science of queenology and
Mm.
kingology, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to the GOAT himself, you know what I'm saying? Dr. R.C. Blakes Jr., baby, you know,
Yeah.
my man right there, you know. And when it all boils down to it, though, I didn't know how to be a king.
Mm.
I was taught how to be a hoe.
Mm-hmm.
So prison didn't just show me my criminal character, it showed me my boyish, immature, whorish, and learned behavior patterns from family members on how to devour a woman.
Mm.
I was taught how to devour a woman.
Wow.
I didn't just one day say I want to be a womanizer and I want to abuse women and I want to cheat and I want to, you know what I'm saying, be this maniac dude, this dude that can't respect queen. No, man. I love women. And when I say I love women, I'm not saying like, yo, I gotta have this many or that many. I'm saying like, no. But my the people I looked up to, you know, my um heroes taught me something from such a young age.
Did you have any sheroes?
My only hero back then was my grandmother. You know, you got to my mom, great mother, but my mom has street in her too. My mom is originally from Los Angeles. You know,
Mm.
sold drugs,
Yeah.
smoked drugs, went to prison. You know
Wow.
what I'm saying? Family on both sides, full of drug addicts, gangbangers, thugs, whoremongers. And I'm not saying that that's all it was.
Yeah.
Trust me, my family is filled with love.
Yeah.
But I did go through a cycle of seeing a lot of these things. I went through a cycle of seeing so many of the men in my family go to in and out of jail and go to prison and, you know, with such great hearts.
Mm-hmm.
So I know for a fact generational curses exist.
Yeah.
They are real.
Oh, I know they real.
You know what I'm saying? And so we can ignore them and just be like, oh, that's just life. That's just how he is. You know, and then we could even sometimes get caught in the place of being okay with it. Like, nah, nobody better not play with my family. That's how it's going on. This how we is. No, 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 no. Ain't nobody gonna play with my family. I understand that to protect my family, but what if my family is dysfunctional?
Mm-hmm.
Then what?
Yeah.
How could I reach a level of greatness with a higher level of dysfunction? You know what I'm saying? How
Mm-hmm.
could I operate in a room full of elite individuals when all of my accolades have come from dysfunctional people, and all of my characteristics are of a dysfunctional person?
Yeah.
You know, so the journey to self love.
Hmm.
For me,
Yeah.
it was a real one.
Hmm.
It was a real one. You know what I'm saying? It was a real one.
Yeah. What I want to know what's going on. It seems like the violence has went to a whole nother level out here. I know it's been going on, but I'm talking about the killings. It seemed like it just went to a whole nother level.
Of
What
course
you
it.
think?
Of course it is. Well,
Why?
that's also because of what I'm speaking on now. Who's gonna who's going to break the curse in these families?
Mhm.
Somebody has to be the curse breaker. Somebody have to speak life instead of death in their home.
Mhm.
Somebody have to begin to parent better.
Mhm.
You hear me? Somebody have to begin to recognize the pain and the hurt in our young kids, especially our young black men. These teen, you gotta understand. My mama ain't got nothing. My daddy don't want me. He locked up in prison. He got children all over. So once I get about 15 or 16 and I understand what you did, man, all you did was smash my mama. I'm angry at that. I'm looking at a woman struggling and all you wanted was a piece of, you know what
Mm.
I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's all you wanted. I'm angry. So now we in the project. She on Section 8. I'm watching our lights get turned off. I'm watching my mama cry. I'm watching my little sisters and brothers barely be able to sleep in a comfortable bed. Fool, I'm getting ready to sell dope.
Mm.
I'm about to sell dope. So once I start selling dope and I see the competition out there, I gotta have the mentality that nobody ain't gonna play with me. So now I need a gun. Cause in the dope game and in the street game, you ain't being in the streets and being thuggish and being hard if you ain't got a tool. So now I got a gun. So the gun even gives me more of a machoism or a hard or manly mindset. Because if you play with me, I'm going to do you in. And I can't listen to cool, calm, and collective music. I need to listen to stuff that motivate me and gives me and innovate me and speak to that spirit. But I'm not really knowing that I'm traveling deeper into the darker realm of spiraling out of control.
Mm.
Saying,
Mhm.
care no more. Because I feel like I got a little money in my pocket. I can buy me some shoes. I can give my mama a little money. And that's where parents mess up. Because we start selling dope and we give the parents some money for the bills and they feel like we helping out, but really we ain't helping, we hurting.
My Lord.
You know what I'm saying? Because mama don't know what I'm really doing out there to get it. I'm jacking, I'm doing all of this. But they know where I stay.
Wow.
So I'm hurt though.
Yeah.
Ain't no man in the community telling me he love me. They see me. They
Yeah.
see me out here. I blame so many men in the communities for not hugging these young boys. They mad.
Yeah.
They mad. You rather smash my mom and overlook me. You rather smash my little sister but overlook me. You rather get your meat wet,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying, than to
Yeah.
give me some mental therapy and I'm looking at you sideways. So I'm really mad. So I'm out my mama's house. I'm out of school. I don't want to have nothing to do with nothing. I don't want to have nothing to do with nothing positive.
Mm.
Don't talk about no church or no God to me because I'm feeling like if God was real, he wouldn't let us be in this situation. So ain't nobody
Mm.
teaching me the reality of what is really hitting for and what life really hitting for. I was your favorite basketball player, but you see, when my mama ended up losing her house and we moved to the projects, my focus wasn't on basketball no more. It was on my family.
Yeah.
Like real talk. So at the end of the day, we got to ask ourselves, how much is the church at fault? How much is the church at fault? How much is the people that supposed to be trained to go out. But everybody want a title. Everybody want
Mhm.
a title.
Yeah.
Everybody want a title to stay inside and be seen by people that ain't doing nothing for the kingdom of God.
My.
Period. Now we got to ask ourselves, got to be real with yourself. How many of us in these churches truly love the broken people in these communities? How many? How many of us can really identify with the life of Christ for real?
Mm.
Nah, man. See, success from the natural standpoint is lots of money, the best cars, the best clothes, the best house. Yo, that's dope. I want all of that too. I ain't gonna say
Mhm.
I want all of that too. But that don't define success from a kingdom standpoint.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Jesus told Peter, "You love me? Yeah, I love you. Yo, man, you love me, homie? I love you. Stop playing with me, Jesus. I asked you if you love me. Yeah, I love you. Feed my sheep. Period.
Hmm.
Period. Period." Jesus said, man, guess what? The 99 straight, they got one that's out there wilding out, beasting, and I ain't overlooking him. So if the whole church is good, and you know they coming to church, you know they getting Jesus, you know they gonna do what's right, why you ain't out there trying to focus on the ones that's not? So the violence is at an all-time high because the love is at an all-time low. The violence in the community is at an all-time high because the love from the church is at an all-time low. Churches are divided. Religion got people all in a disarray of confusion because I'm Baptist, I can't hang out with you, you Catholic. Yo, I'm Protestant, I can't hang out with you, you Kojic. Yo, I'm Presbyterian, I can't hang out with you because you apostolic. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Why are these people, while our babies are dying? While we
Yeah.
try to figure out who we can hang out with and who we're not supposed to talk to, the babies are dying.
Yeah.
The,
And
genera-
killing each other.
the generation is going left.
So what you bringing to the streets?
I'm bringing reality. I'm bringing reality. The funeral is canceled is reality. A slap in the face of what's really happening all across the world, not just in the streets, not just black on black crime, but from police brutality to racism. You know, I got people that tell me when they book me, could you leave out the KKK?
I can't hear you no more. Okay, there
No,
you go.
yeah, I got people. I got people when they book me, they ask, could we want to book you, but could you not talk about racism so much? No, no, you're not gonna censor me because I'm
Yeah.
not a coward. You're not
Yeah.
gonna tell me how to come and bring forth the message that God delivered to me. So could you keep out the KKK outfit? No, 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 I can't. You ain't gotta book me. I'm not
N-
so desperately in need of your pennies to where I'm going to dummy down or water down the message of what needs to be brought face front to America, because America is at a place to where she got to bow her knees to the real king.
Yeah. Now the funeral is canceled. Is that a play? Is that a sermon? What is the funeral is canceled for those that's watching?
The funeral is canceled is in it's an in-depth depiction and a reenactment of everything that I think we are faced with today, from the black on black crime to the police brutality and the police killings of black men to racism with KKK. So what I do is I bring about 15, 20, 25 of my actors and actresses out into the streets
Mhm.
We rope it off and tape it off with yellow tape like a real big murder scene.
Wow.
And I have police involved, real police that come with their cop cars, fire departments with the fire trucks and ambulance, so that they all put the lights on and make it look realistic, real,
Wow.
and draw attention.
Yeah.
And I have the hearse out there as well. I have hearses out there with caskets,
Wow.
because the funeral is canceled is a mindset. Because until we cancel the mindset, we are complete. No matter how we look at it, we issue out death more than we do life.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So we got to cancel the funeral on poverty. It depicts poverty. It shows poverty. It shows how innocent bystanders and innocent kids are getting murdered because some kid who really think he's gangster is out here just firing bullets out of the truck, out of the car, not knowing who he gonna hit. Now
Mm.
baby is dead. The funeral is canceled depicts and shows how the dreams of our young kids are being taken away at an early age because of bad parenting. There are some parents that don't dream no more.
My Lord.
So because the parents don't dream no more, they have gotten in the way of the kids' dreaming.
My Lord.
So when the funeral is canceled, wakes up everybody's dreams again. To tell the parent, I don't care how old you are, dream again, baby. You can't die with your dream alive on the inside of you.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? So the funeral is canceled gives all of this and brings it to a forefront in the reality. It shows. So it's sort of like a play, but I don't
Mm.
like the word play.
Yeah.
So it's a tough ministry that gives you the reality of real life situations and scenarios.
Yeah. Now, is
I,
that
I,
triggering to
oh
people?
my God. Oh my
I
God.
can imagine.
All over the country. All over the country.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to do now is I hate to use it like that, but God uses people. I'm trying to get a big name to get behind it to where we could turn it into a series and pitch it to one of these television stations. So now the whole world can see it all at once.
Yeah.
Because I don't have means to travel all over the world and do it like I want, but I do believe that God will make a way and God will use other people. And so the reason I keep doing it, even when it's not a lot of people out there, is because I believe that somebody is going to see it and say, yo, we got to get behind this dude. We got to get behind this vision. There's nothing else out there like the funeral is canceled right now. Nothing.
Now. I done seen it. Y'all can go see it on his page, or I think YouTube too.
Yeah,
Go look and check it out and share it with people.
definitely.
Have you seen any positive results from it, like afterwards?
Of course. I've had kids, I've had youth, I've had kids tell me, they don't want to thug no more. I have had kids who thought that they was gangster break down crying when I hug them. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, just a hug.
Just a hug. They break down crying. They say they never felt that. I've had
Wow.
I've had ex drug addicts, bangers, ex felons from all across the country inbox me and tell me, we need you in our city. Can you teach me to do what you're doing in my city? So there's people that want me to train them to do what I'm doing in their community. There's men that have reached out to me that told me, you convict my soul
Wow.
because I ain't doing this. And I know everything you saying is what's needed. But here I am sitting down while these kids are dying. So I've
Yeah.
had grown men tell me I convict them to want to get up and do something.
That's powerful because we need more of that. With so many being examples of thugs and the drug dealers and stuff like that. We need more positive examples out here
Of
that
course.
they can relate to.
Of course. Well, you got to be able to speak the language.
Yeah,
It's,
everybody can't speak the language.
it's a language. And I respect the people that can't speak the language, but that doesn't mean that they can't play a part because some people that
Yeah.
don't speak the language still have resources. We
Come
don't
on now.
we don't just need a mouthpiece. We need a body.
Come on.
We don't just need a mouthpiece. If I'm the mouthpiece, maybe you could be the hands. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I might be able to speak the language, but you can reach out and you can give something and you could be a blessing.
Yeah, that's good.
You know what I'm saying? You got
Yeah.
these community with these vacant buildings in every city, in every town, in every neighborhood. You'll find a vacant building, but you don't have no youth community centers. That lets you know how
Wow.
much people do not give a god darn about the well-being of our youth. You mean to tell me y'all got this big open, closed down Walmart, Winn-Dixie, but the only way y'all can love y'all youth is if somebody come with $10, $20 million. So if nobody comes with $10 million, you don't care about how many people keep dying. Yeah, we greedy. We are in a America, the land of greed, the land of not enough, the land of gimme, 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 the land of me and mine, the land of
Yeah.
if I ain't making a dollar from it, I don't want nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
The
Wow.
government, the government, the church, politicians, the educational system, you know, entrepreneurs, business owners, consumers. At the end of the day, we all play a part. Nobody will be with excuse when it comes down to us seeing God. Go to Matthew 25. Jesus said, I'm about to separate the sheep from the goat. I'm about to separate the sheep from the goat. What you doing for the people?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Even homeless shelters. God gave me a vision about them. He gonna deal with them. Everybody praise homeless shelters. Well, let me show you what God showed me about homeless shelters. Look at all the homeless population in America. Homeless shelters are not designed to help people get back on their feet and into society as productive citizens because they get money by keeping them homeless.
My.
They get money by keeping them on drugs and keeping them in need of needing a place to stay. Just like pharmaceutical companies. Pharmaceutical companies get paid and stay in business by being in connection with hospitals and doctors that prescribe you to the pharmaceutical companies and prescribe medicine. You might need the medicine for one time, but they'll put you on it for life just to keep making money
Yeah.
and say, you got to take this for the rest of your life. So
Yeah.
it's the same way. It's the same way. So some people are getting rich by other people's pain.
Yeah.
And so in many instances, it's like that with the justice system. People are building prisons. And don't think that's not a big multi-billion-dollar business. When anybody, but our young black men go to prison, they are like cattle. They're like cattle. They're getting paid to have them in prison.
Yeah.
We don't get paid for you being free. We get paid for you being in prison.
My.
Then the system switches. Let's look at the black family, how they have totally broken up the government, the system, and laws placed to annihilate the home of those that's in need. Oh, you want us to help you? Pay your rent or lights, sue your baby daddy. And when we give you the Section 8 voucher, he can't live in the home with you. We'll help you as long as you sue him and he can't live with you. What type of
My.
government is that?
Yeah.
What if we just going through a little rough time? What if we going through a rough patch? So now you don't want my baby's father in the house because we need a little assistance? Yeah, we live in a cruel world, baby.
Yeah. Yeah. So what can we do to just help? What can we do in the communities that we're not doing?
I believe first off, we got to assess the problems and then figure out where we where we can put our hand at, in it. Like I reached out to y'all police chief, you know what I'm saying? Today I
Yeah.
talked, yeah, I hit him up today, he hit me back, what it Finner, you know,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he hit me back and he asked for the funeral is canceled. So I emailed him, the layout for the funeral is canceled. So we coming to Houston,
Come on now.
we, we bringing it to Houston. I know Houston needed. I just had a
Yes,
meeting
Lord.
about 2 months ago, and all of these murders in Houston, man, it's just uncalled for.
They done went up.
I know they're gonna continuously go up though, and the reason why you got these mega churches in Houston as well. So when can we get out and begin walking the streets and finding out the people are hurting? Where people are hurting, hurt people hurt people. Hurt people hurt people. I'm mad. I don't want to kill you, but I'm so frustrated with life. I'm so frustrated with myself. I'm so frustrated with the way I'm living. Nobody gives a damn about me. So when I go off with no thinking. And guess what? I got something in my hand. I'm going to use it.
Wow.
I'll think about it when I go to prison. But at the moment, I'm
Mm.
thinking about going to prison.
Wow.
Reality of it.
Yeah, the reality of it.
Ain't nobody sitting me down asking me what's wrong. Ain't nobody sitting me down asking me, do I want to go out to eat today? Nobody Nobody asking how my little brother doing. Is there anything we could do? Nobody asking, can I treat you and your family to dinner today? Here, go buy this for you and your mom and them. Ain't nobody pat me on the back for making an A in school. Ain't nobody, you know,
I saw you talking to some little boys. I don't know if it was last week, and they was out sneaking out the house, and I don't know if they were selling drugs, being disrespectful.
yeah.
What is the cause of that when you got the mother, I guess, doing her best? I don't know. Are we doing our best? What?
You gotta understand, an absentee father and a mother raising boys, and not just boys, but boys in the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah. We see everything. We want a taste of it all. We could take them to the licks. Once we get of age, we could take them to the licks.
So they angry. Young boys are angry.
No male figure. Listen, it don't even have to be the biological father. If you notice, when I went, I only had to speak one time and they was listening.
Wow.
I never, ever, ever had to keep repeating myself. I was checking them from the very first time, and it was yes, sir, and no, sir. Come here. The dominance of a male.
Yeah.
The dominance of a male. And I wasn't bullying them. I was using my authoritative figure as a male to a younger male that he could identify with. I'm not to be played with.
Mm-hmm.
Then I softened up to let him know it's okay to be soft and to be respectful and to be kind and to be
Yeah.
loving. See what I'm saying? So there's a difference in chastisement and abuse.
Yeah.
Big difference. Many parents think abusing their children is going to get them to listen. Maybe abusing them is just going to make them tough and bitter.
Mm-hmm.
Chastisement can come with a little roughness, but it's always smoothened out with love.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot chastise me and walk away without giving me some cushion to let me know why you chastise me. These boys are missing love in our communities. These young girls that we call in sluts and hoes, they just want to be told that they're beautiful and pretty by somebody that don't want sex from them, by somebody that don't want to get them behind the building and do what they do in a car with them, and behind somebody that don't want to turn tricks with them. They want
Wow.
somebody to tell them that they can go to school and become whatever they want and push them to do it. That's
Yeah.
all.
Wow.
The world is missing love, baby. With love, we can make it through anything.
Yeah.
With love, we can make it through anything. Do you know the word says love covers a multitude of sins, baby?
Yeah.
For God so loved the world. You heard me? For God
Mm-hmm.
is love.
Yeah.
That's all we missing. Black men. You know why they killing? You want me to tell you why so much killing?
Mm-hmm.
We are the only race of men that when we see someone that we don't know of our same nationality, we eyeball each other and look each other up and down without speaking. Like, society has taught us to be hard when we see each other, like we got to check each other. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Why you got to eyeball and check me? I'm cool. You ain't got to worry. I don't want to do you nothing. We have to be retaught how to say, yo, what's going on, man? God bless you, King. We got to be retaught.
Yeah.
We've been taught to act so hard. Pull up to a gas station right now. See two young black men. One about to pump their gas, the other about to pump their gas. Watch how they look at each other. Watch how they look at each other.
Yeah.
We are the only race of men that do that. Where we were taught that. We were taught that from a society and from an enslaved mentality frame, and we were taught to war against one another. We have to reteach each other. The hood has hurt the hood, so only the hood can heal the hood.
Mm.
We have to stop expecting our mayors and our councilmen and all of that to come into our broken communities and fix what we have broken. No, we got to be the fixer-uppers.
Yeah.
That's all.
Wow. I thank God for what you're doing out here. We really need that. Y'all follow him, and if you need help with what to do, how to do it, holler at him. I'm sure you'll help him, right? No,
Of
for real,
course.
we really do need that because it really hurts me to see uh all this shooting and killing going on out here. I'm glad to know that it doesn't have to be the child's real father that shows that your child love, but it can be any good male role model. But even if you are raised with a good male role model, isn't there still a void left in the son's heart because it's not the real father?
Well, I believe that at the end of the day, when the child begins to grow older and begins to understand life, begins to understand relationships, if it's the right male role model, he's gonna express and not down the biological father, but just express that sometimes things happen. You know that he may not have been right for your mom. Your mom is happy, and your mom may have not been happy, and he may not have been happy. But the blessing is you. See, we got to always bring it back to the child to know the blessing is you. Maybe God didn't intend for them to stay together. God just needed them to come together to make you. You're the blessing. And God sent me to cover, protect, and nurture the blessing.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Any more questions? So the next funeral is canceled is when?
I think I want to say, is it Lubbock? I forgot the name of it, but it's Texas. It's right. It's close to da da da. It's not far from Houston. It's not far from Houston. We doing that. I'm actually getting ready to travel to Houston tonight. I'm actually on my way to Houston.
Come
Uh,
on.
like within the next, as soon as we get off of here, I'm on my way to Houston.
Come
Um,
on now.
yeah. So it's going to be, I think in 2 weeks. In 2 weeks, somewhere in Texas, and then we prepare for South Carolina, and we also preparing for New Jersey, and I'm working. We working on Atlanta right now. Hopefully, everything falls together because that's going to be very big. So hey,
Yeah.
anybody out there that wants to get us in your city or community, and you believe that after looking at the funeral is canceled, that you could connect with some of your elite individuals, politicians, and city government officials and leaders, and you want to do something in your community from the church heads or whomever, then just get at me and let's make it happen. I promise you, This ain't something that you could ever overlook and it not be impactful to your community.
Yeah. So y'all stay tuned to his page, sow into his ministry. That's his cash app down there. And let's help continue to spread this message because we really need it right now. So what would you tell somebody that's watching this out there in them streets that's having a hard time before we go? Letting them streets go.
Um, it's a hard thing to do, you know, if that's all you got, because sometimes the streets show you more love than family and people. But what I want to say is that it's a mirage, because the end of it is a demise, whether you be locked up or 6 feet under.
Mm.
And I know that at the end of the day, it seems to feel good at the moment, when you making money, when you riding with your people and y'all got them, y'all got them sticks on your lap and you got them tools, and you ain't gonna play with nobody ain't gonna play with you because you feel tougher than leather, whatnot. But it does come to an end. And most of the time when it comes to an end, the people that you riding with ain't really there in the end.
Mhm.
All I would say is soul search. That wasn't your dream when you was 5 years old to be a killer. Go back to when you was 5 and ask yourself, what do you love more than being in the streets? If we took the gun, the weed, the cocaine, the mollies, the heroin, and all other pills, all other drugs, if we took all of the women, the sex, if we took all of the Instagram and Facebook, if we took all of that away from you, what could you see yourself doing? And if you could still see yourself striving and surviving, being something that didn't need you to be all of that, then that's where your focus should be. That's where your focus should be. If you was making A's in junior high, you can make A's right now in college. If you was singing in the choir when you was in junior high and high school, and you had everybody on their feet when you was in church, you can make a gold or platinum record and eat for the rest of your life. You got to ask yourself, did I drop my dream to pick up death? So all I'm going to tell you is swap them around. Drop death. Pick your dream back up. It's your boy Levi. I love you.
Come on now, you better speak the word. Come on now, soldier in the army of the Lord. I just want to thank you for saying yes tonight and sharing your wisdom, sharing this message. I think the people really enjoyed it. We got some good feedback, and you really touched my heart. You blessed me, and I'm sure you blessed them. That's it. That's right. So thank you. Y'all follow him so y'all timeline can be lit full of fire every day. And go research, learn about him, support his ministry. And thank you so much.
Thank you, sweetheart. God bless you guys. I
All
love you.
right now. God bless you. Bye y'all.